Welcome to Smalltalk Daily for Thursday, November 5th, 2009. This morning I'd like to take a look at the basic tools in ObjectStudio 8.2. One of the first things you're going to notice between 8.1 and 8.2 is that the toolbar has been upgraded and enhanced. You notice how much spiffier this looks. The icons look much more modern in their appearance. And if I go to Browse System, you're going to see that again the icons look more modern. We've upgraded all of those across VisualWorks and ObjectStudio. And this is the standard browser between the two tool sets. What I'm going to do is just show you how some of the basic tools work in the context of ObjectStudio. So let's create a new package. We'll call this People. And we'll create a new class within that. And we'll call the class Person. Now, since this is the default browser, you do need to make one small change here if you want your tool to work, if you want your class to work the way it normally would in ObjectStudio. I'm going to subclass this from ObjectStudio.object. And now I'm going to give it email and name as two instance variables, just so we can see how things look when we create that. Now that we've created that, you get to see these methods. This one is a standard ObjectStudio thing I'm not going to go through right now, but you get the standard things that you get in a normal class. Let's give this a default of me@yahoo.com, just so that we can see something in the inspector in a moment. And we'll give the name Fred. Is good enough. We'll hit Control S, and now we'll move that out of the way. And we're going to get a look at another tool, Tools Workspace. Now the Workspace is unique to ObjectStudio. This tool doesn't look like the one in VisualWorks. And it's a little different in the way it operates too. If I do this, person gets person new, you're going to notice that I don't have to highlight things to execute. I just leave the cursor there at the end. And if I do an inspect, now that I've inspected, you notice that the inspector is a little different in ObjectStudio as well. So the workspace operates a little differently. You just need to put the cursor at the end of the line and do an inspect or an execute or a printf. And then down here in the inspector, you notice that I've got this tree inspector, and I can't really expand this anymore because in the ObjectStudio inspector, strings are kind of down there at the bottom of the primitive level as far as the inspector is concerned. But you can go in here and take a look at the objects, and if they're decomposable, like if I had a collection of people, you'd see that I would get a tree kind of view here. So I go down from person down here to this, and if they were decomposable further, I can scroll through the tree and go down. So you can explore your objects instead of double clicking and diving the way you do in the VisualWorks inspector. You have a tree over here. That's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with Smalltalk.